Welcome to Anguilla. For the next 2 weeks, we're going to be on this amazing island. But on today's episode of The American Dream, we're showcasing where the whole show started, America's finest city of San Diego. And we're going around with Seth. You've seen him on the show before, top realtor. He's going to showcase one of the coolest projects you've ever seen, from commercial to residential to luxury, the park. Projects you've ever seen in Southern California. Got a great show for you. Let's start the American Dream right now.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain in the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
On our national show, The American Dream, we love celebrating the stories of cool real estate. We do shows in Miami, New York City, Chicago, all across the country. When we talk about this unique niche, high-rise luxury, he's the man right here, Seth, joining us in Anguilla. So talk to me about that unique real estate.
Yeah, so high-rise living has been huge, all across the country for almost a century. And what high-rise living really understands is when you want to live in an urban center and you've got to put a lot of people there, you got to go vertical.
Yep.
But San Diego being late to the high-rise game, it gave developers like Zephyr the opportunity to do it in a way that people live now. And that means large balconies, big outdoor space, large closets. These are homes that are in the middle of the sky, but they feel like a mansion in the middle of Rancho Santa Fe or Costa de Casa. And so I think that's what's so exciting about this building and why I'm excited to show it.
All right, man, well, let's go give it a look.
One of the things that in my previous career that I brought to the San Diego market, it's one of my proudest moments, was I actually brought the indoor-outdoor living piece to the San Diego market. We're in Hawaii and I'm seeing these huge sliding glass doors that completely pocket into things, and it's indoor and outdoor living. And I came back and I said, why aren't people doing that in housing? In San Diego, we got better climate that they do in Hawaii.
Buyers, they all want the same thing. They want walkability, they want interior and exterior architecture that matches the quality of their lifestyle, and they want privacy and exclusivity even within their building. And so what differentiates our building from many other luxury buildings in the marketplace is we really are trying to attract a single buyer profile. We wanted to create a building that, the buyer profile is fairly homogeneous, it shares common goals, and because they share common goals, we're able to create a lifestyle for them there that they appreciate and recognize and find value in.
Unobstructed views, and it'll never change. It will never be developed. You feel like you're living in the trees at Balboa Park, which is really a cool feeling.
Not a bad house here at the Four Seasons in Anguilla, huh?
Yes.
Awesome renderings. What a cool project. What's it like in person?
Yeah, the park is amazing. I mean, if you think the renderings are impressive, you're about to see what this property looks like inside. And the materials they're peerless. You know, there's so many great high-rises in San Diego that I think all of us downtown real estate brokers are really proud of. But this project is really one of a kind. The geometric patterns, the choice of stone, the choice of wood, the full vanishing edge doors that open up overlooking downtown San Diego and the bay and Balboa Park. You know, the renderings were not lying.
Something you just got to go see.
Exactly.
All right, let's go check it out.
My experience walking into the park for the first time was almost like looking into the future.
Words fall out of my mouth, they drift to the ground and they don't make a sound.
San Diego has always been a celebrated town for the vacation lifestyle, for the relaxed lifestyle. What the park does is it allows San Diego to establish its own brand of sophistication. And the park has been constructed as a building to meld those two lifestyles. And I think it's the first time that an architect and a developer tried that and actually really succeeded. You're gonna see instantly that same level of quality that you have in your Manhattan home, in your San Francisco home, in your home in London. So what you have that is so incredible is a property that is going to be at the same caliber of any international property. So you can feel just as proud of the inside of the home and the exterior of the property of the park as you are any of your other properties that own all over the world. Bankers Hill has smaller buildings, which give you more access to views of the ocean, more views of the palm trees, the eucalyptus trees that line Balboa Park, and the views of the sky itself. And so there's a sense of being both urban and suburban all at the same time, and that's really what makes Bankers Hill such a special space.
The American Dream is a national show, but we give you local market expertise. Now you're going to hear from a top producing realtor in your market about what's going on in your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 1801 Lavaca Street. We are in downtown Austin, Texas, and this is the Cambridge Tower. It actually just got its National Historic designation. This is a mid-century building. The architect was a Dallas-based American architect named Thomas Stanley, and he was really known for his modern glass and steel designs. So this one has a specific style. It's a minimalistic classical style, which was called New Formalism. But this is a very, very classy building. Some of the original occupants are still here because they loved it so much, and there's been a lot of gentrification, a lot of people redoing their units or combining them. This particular one is 3 units that was combined into one. They put so much into it. It is amazing. It feels classy, it feels fun and funky, and it's just a very, very special building and special unit. So I can't wait to give you a tour of this. We are here perched towards UT On the north side of downtown, we have the view corridor for the Capitol. So from here, you will always get to see the Capitol. This is a southeast facing corner unit. But first, the condo. When they combine the units, they put about $700,000 into this particular unit, and imported marble. It's got the Miele induction ovens. You've got your built-in coffee maker. Everywhere you look, whether it's a doorknob or carved doors, it's very authentic and on point. They have just had impeccable taste. It's just a very, very special finish out. Lots of living spaces. We've got through all these walls of windows, views galore. They really just did not miss a mark when doing this. So we are walking through this arch, beautiful study, carved wood cabinets, chandeliers, beautiful marble floors. You just don't find this. The length of the unit is very long since it's 3 units. It's almost like 3 bowling alleys going one direction. They have this open, but it could easily be closed off because we are now in the master bedroom. During the day, the light shines in and they've got chandeliers sparkling. Really light, really open. You can even see the hill country out the south side of the unit. And my favorite part is the master bathroom. It is a beautiful, fun design, marble, mirrors everywhere, beautiful dressing table, a his and hers area. You've got the tub and the extra jets double head shower, beautiful lighting, TV. It's like you've just walked into a French spa. Then we come into this boutique closet. Somebody needs some really special clothes to fill this special closet, but it's got the glass shelving, watch winders. Okay, so it's 4 o'clock, and I think the rooftop patio is calling our name. We're gonna meet some friends up there, have a glass of wine, take a look at the city around us. It's just one of the amenities here in the Cambridge Tower. They've got the gym and the business center and 24/7 concierge and attendants. Oh, in this particular unit, you get 4 garage spaces and 4 storage cabinets, which is a huge, huge plus downtown. So we'll see you upstairs. Thanks for joining us on the American Dream Show here from Austin, Texas. We'll see you next time.
So when you're in Anguilla, you might as well drive around in a 4 Seasons golf cart, right? Yeah. All right. So awesome video, awesome project. Tell us about like what really goes into these things, because obviously you're the mastermind behind it.
Yeah, it's all about teamwork. No big project of this caliber can happen without a lot of good people, and it starts, of course it starts with our team, right? We've got a great team, Mia Tidwell, Kiki Jones, Alina Mendoza, all the great people on our team. But we also enlisted, a Hollywood director, Frank Kivo, who's obviously a really good friend of the show as well, and his creative vision was a big part of this. We used a company called Hollywood Special Ops who rented us some of the most exclusive cameras in the world.
Well, no matter where you are in the country watching this show, everybody loves just a cool story of luxury real estate. So let's just go check out the next clip.
Love it.
All right, here we go.
The secret behind the O'Byrne team is that team mentality. We've assembled a masterclass team for this project.
We have such great technical partners. We've partnered up with Hollywood Special Ops out of Los Angeles, and we have some very special cameras on deck. Stuff that a lot of productions would literally kill to have.
So in the spirit of doing the avant-garde shoot that we chose for this particular video, it was really important for all of us to come together and have the right dancer and the right choreographer to really tell the story of the park.
When the dust settles, you will see that when people are looking to take on a project of this caliber, the O'Byrne team really is the only choice.
I know those weren't shot on an iPhone. So talk about the cameras and the technology that goes into this thing.
Yeah, so when we worked with Hollywood Special Ops, we rented a Phantom Flex 4K, and that camera shoots at 2,000 frames per second. That literally means that you can count the number of confetti particles in the air. We slow it down to such an incredible speed, and part of why we did that is we wanted to give a dreamlike quality to this shoot, and that's very intentional, right? When you shoot a project like this, you want to make it feel like a dream because it's something that you aspire to. And that's why the equipment was so important, so expensive, but so important.
So important. And look, you're telling a story about the project. And these days, when you're selling real estate, it's not just about an open house sign in the yard. There's online, digital, social. So you're creating that allure that's attracting people, and I'm sure international buyers as well.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, man. Well, let's go check out the next clip.
When we look back historically, we will say that the park was one of the most groundbreaking projects in San Diego. They really wanted us to create an immersive experience in this video.
When you're shooting at 2,400 frames per second, you can literally slow that piece down to where you can count the pieces of confetti falling in the air. We have employed all these different tactics to really create a special atmosphere and a special depth to each shot. We want people to be able to experience the shot.
When all the dust settles and you look back, I think it's going to be very clear that this building is on top of the rest of the real estate industry.
There's a lot of people out there who are going to see this and say, wow, I need to step up my game. And I think that's exactly what we want.
All right, Seth, tell us about the girl. I mean, clearly she is talent. She's worked with all these big names, and now she's working with you on a real estate project.
Yeah.
Explain how important that was.
Yeah, you know, it was exciting. And you know, we did it for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons we did it is because so few people go to that level. You know, she's on the show Transparent. She's worked on Amazon shows. She's worked with Netflix. She's worked with Solange Knowles brands. And so what we noticed with her and what Frank Kivo loved, our director, was that she had a really interesting type of body movement. She danced, she was modern and contemporary, but she was very classic at the same time. And you know, this building is modern and contemporary and classic and all those things. And so we wanted to choose a dancer whose movements were really emblematic of the building. And I think we really accomplished that.
All right, man, we're here. We're at the Four Seasons. You want to go in?
Let's do it.
Let's park the cart. Check out this next clip. Oh, weird there at the end.
You were perfect.
We're working with Charissa Kroeger, who in the dance world is incredibly well known.
When I met Charissa a couple of years ago, I had no idea of the profound impact she's had on the dance community. I slowly became acquainted with her and realized very quickly that she danced for people like Lorde.
You can see her work on Netflix and Amazon. She worked for Ford Motors. She was on The Ellen Show.
I said, wow, she has next level talent. I want to work with her.
There's so many people that bring her into their pieces because her movement is really peerless.
When the park and the Oberon team said, hey, we want to do a dance piece, I knew right then who I was going to use.
Drinks are here.
Thank goodness.
Perfect time to talk about the trampoline that was. Thank you. Tell us about the trampoline.
Trampoline was important. You know, when we got the listing of the penthouse, which is a 2-story penthouse, you know, 30-foot ceilings, no one thought that we could pull off a trampoline as part of the property video. And when we assembled it, no one thought the builder would be okay with it. No one thought that it would be safe enough. Everyone thought someone was gonna get hurt. But what ended up happening was it was the best part of the entire marketing campaign. And we were able to suspend our dancer in air, and at the same time that we're showing off the height and the ceiling and the volume, we're showing off the feel of being so high above everything in this high-rise.
Well, when you're marketing real estate and you're talking about high-rise living, don't people think, oh, there's not enough space? So what you did is you created this very artistic way of showing space in a luxury high-rise.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's have these drinks. Check out the next clip. Cool?
One of the things that we really wanted to do was give that feeling of you're so high above everything else. The penthouse is a 2-story penthouse with 30-foot ceilings, and by bouncing our dancer on a trampoline and actually having her suspended in the air, we're able to really create this feeling of floating and being above everything else.
We're going to be going up on the catwalk. We'll be on the staircase. We're going to be on the patio. We're going to actually get on the trampoline with the dancer I don't know what to expect. I hope that it comes out. I hope nobody gets hurt. But I've never been on a trampoline with somebody trying to film them before.
Although it's scary, I think after this, I'm gonna grab Seth. I'm gonna double bounce him on that. We're gonna wrap this thing.
So some fun talk about marketing, but let's talk a little bit about the market. The American Dream, a national show all across the country where we bring you award-winning realtors to give you expert advice on what's happening in your city. Next update, coming at you now.
I'm Autumn Lapaglia, owner and broker of Legacy Austin Realty. We are officially in the crazy busy home buying season here in Austin. As you prepare to make one of the biggest financial decisions of your life, make sure you have the right professionals around you to guide you through every step of the process. One of the biggest and most important steps of the process is your home inspection. Today we're going to talk with an industry expert to make sure you know everything that you need to as you prepare for your next home inspection. We're here with Matt McBrayer, owner of Matt McBrayer Home Inspections. Thank you so much for joining us, Matt.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, Autumn.
Of course. I know you've inspected over 1,000 homes in your career, and I trust you to take great care of my clients when they're in the process of purchasing a home. Can you talk to us a little bit about how long you've been in the real estate industry and how you came to be a home inspector?
I have been involved in various aspects of real estate my whole life. So for the past 40 years, I've been in construction, remodel, repairs. And about 8 years ago, I got into home inspection, and what I really like about it is I love communicating to other people information about their home.
Okay, wonderful. So you have a lifetime of knowledge to offer to your clients, and typically what happens is you have a 7-day option period after you purchase a home. And in this market, that's the standard, but in this market you're typically in competition to get into a house. So sometimes it can feel like a whirlwind when you're deciding on which home to buy, and you get there and you can kind of exhale, hire an inspector to come and tell you about the house. Can you tell us a little bit about that process and what you do when you get in there to inspect the home?
Sure. One of the things that's most relieving to most first-time home buyers especially is when they understand that home inspection, the process has been standardized by the Texas Real Estate Commission, and they're also usually surprised at how much information is contained in that report. So typically, when I go through a house and make all the comments and take all the pictures, I have to inform my clients that the regular home inspection report is usually quite lengthy, but it's for their benefit. Every house is compared to basically a brand new house, the standards to which they're built to. And although you're not required to bring things up to that standard, the goal is to let you know what that standard is. We always recommend getting with their agent and discuss their strategy moving forward. I look at the windows, see if they're fogged. I look to see if the screens are in good shape. This window here has a crack in it.
So you're basically giving a synopsis to the buyer of what the house looks like, and then they have the opportunity during that option period to negotiate any repairs, or sometimes there's a big red flag item. They say, no, we don't want to buy the house, and that gives them the opportunity to make sure they're making an informed decision.
Exactly. I see it as a win-win, because either if the house checks out as they hoped it would, they can have some reassurance because they themselves may not know much about a house, and they might be afraid that, oh my gosh, I wonder how much insulation's in the attic, or how good the air conditioner's working. And conversely, if problems do show up, it gives them an opportunity to address them and discuss those with their agent. And if it's something that can be addressed in the negotiation process, I think that's awesome. And if it's something that just is, a hill too far, then it's best to know at that point instead of being in the house already.
Right, those repairs can get expensive and they can cost a lot of time. So it's definitely, you want to know where you're putting your time and your resources once you're buying a home. What are the big things that you tell people to look for, kind of those big ticket items that you're focusing on?
Most folks agree on a handful of items as their major things. The foundation, the condition of the roof, how is the air conditioner performing, or the water heater. Big ticket items like that are almost always at the top of everyone's list. And one of the fun things about inspecting is sometimes you just grab stuff and shake it, see if it's okay. So here's where the small repairs been done. The individual client is actually the biggest variable in the whole equation. And so what we want to do is give them information so that they feel comfortable finding their comfort zone as to setting their priorities.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for all of that information. It's such an important step in the process of making sure you're making a great investment when you purchase your home. I really appreciate you joining me today. Thank you for joining us in Austin. We'll see you next time on The American Dream.
2018 has been an exciting year for Synergy One Lending. Here to give us the full scoop is Synergy One Regional Sales Manager, Phil Rasmussen.
Thanks, Chase. You are definitely right about that. 2018 has been an extremely busy year. We have grown tremendously, and we are able to service borrowers in 46 states. Over the course of this last year, we've introduced a real game changer for our clients, a top-notch smartphone app called S1 Connect, available to you before and during the entire home loan process. Another very important milestone came from the merger with Mutual of Omaha Bank when they decided to expand their mortgage platform through the help of Synergy One Lending. Since then, Synergy One has acquired certain assets of BBMC Mortgage, a national mortgage company based out of Lombard, Illinois. As we continue to raise the bar for the future of mortgage lending, we look forward to another year filled with opportunity and helping find the right home with the right financing for the future of our clients. Synergy One, a lender committed to speed, ease, and expertise.
So man, you've broken down all the components of it. Can we see the end product?
If I could throw to it, you can see the end product.
Well, I host a show. That's kind of my job. But all right, man, you've done such a good job. Take it away.
All right, right now you're going to watch a video that we did for the Park in Bakersfield, one of the most luxurious properties in all of Southern California, and one of my favorite video projects I've ever been a part of. Check it out.
I wanna come over, I wanna go out. You ain't gotta ask me, you ain't gotta know how. I wanna get fancy, I wanna roll high. Let's get hot, darling, let's teach them right. I wanna come over, yeah, I wanna go out. Living like tomorrow, it's out of mind right now. I wanna get fancy. We only got love, but a light supply.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of The American Dream from Anguilla. This show has always been about real estate. It's been about lifestyle, but truthfully, it's about relationships. That's what The American Dream is all about. We're gonna go cheers now. Cheers to your American Dream.